Well, there was this jolly tinker, and he met an old woman with a hump on her back, and she blind of an eye. The day it been warm, they sat down together. What news of this man? This old woman replied. Well, I've got no news at all, replied this old tinker, but a thing that has happened should never have been. Concerning our hero, brave Daniel O'Connell, he's now making babies by Dublin by scene. At a time of Joel, replied this old woman, had a tinker a crazy at last. Or 'tis it a sign of a war or rebellion? Or what is the reason they're making him fast? Well, it isn't a sign of a war or rebellion, but that this generation is growing so small. So we're going to petition a new Lord of Tenant, and we're not to depend on the old style at all. Sure, I am an old woman of 86 years, with a hump on me back and be blind of an eye. But if that rogue does provoke me, I'll lay down the wager, and I'll make but the children on him any steam. A long life to your courage, replied this old tinker. A long life to your courage, your youth and your prime. And if all the young girls in Ireland were like you, O'Connell would throw his steam engine aside. But they are so pugnacious, likewise vivacious. When a young man goes near them, they knock out their eye. And so they remain all maids in the corner, not a child to pray for their souls when they die. When I am an old woman of 86 years, with a hump on me back and me blind of an eye. But if that rogue should provoke me, I'll lay down the wager, and I'll make better children than him and his team. A long life to your courage, replied this old tinker. A long life to your courage, your youth and your prime. And if all the young girls in Ireland were like you, O'Connell would throw his steam engine aside. But they are so pugnacious, likewise vivacious. When a young man goes near them, they'll knock out his eye. And so they remain all maids in the corner, not a child to pray for their souls when they die.